He was the most powerful man in the world. His empire stretched from the Caribbean to the steppes of Russia, and he could add Haiti to his growing list of conquests. But as Napoleon prepared to crush the island's revolution, he had no idea what was waiting for him. This is the story of Napoleon's biggest nightmare, the fight for Haitian freedom and the fall of a tyrant. Toussaint Louverture was born into slavery on the island of Santo Domingo, which at the time was divided between French and Spanish rule. As a young man, he displayed an intelligence that made him stand out. He learned to read and write in secret and eventually became a wealthy landowner's overseer, gaining valuable administrative experience while living a life of luxury. But his status didn't protect him from the cruelty of the system. When his wife was beaten by a Spanish overseer, Toussaint took a stand, killing the man in a fit of rage. This act of defiance marked a turning point in his life, pushing him towards the revolutionary cause. In 1791, when the neighboring island of Cuba began its own revolution against Spanish rule, Toussaint joined the fight. By 1793, the French colony of Santo Domingo was in full-blown revolt. And 2 years later, Toussaint found himself in command of the entire island's military forces. Under his leadership, the revolutionaries achieved stunning victories against the Spanish and the British who had come to help them. And in 1796, he declared himself governor of Santo Domingo, a move that would change history forever. Napoleon came to power in France in 1799 and inherited a colonial empire that was in open revolt. In the Caribbean, the colonies of Santo Domingo and Guadeloupe were leading the charge for independence. At first, Napoleon tried to come to a compromise with the revolutionaries in Santo Domingo, offering them autonomy within the French colonial system. But when those talks failed, he sent in General Leclerc with orders to crush the rebellion. When Leclerc arrived in Santo Domingo in 1801, he found a different world than the one he expected. The island was a well-organized, self-governing state with a functioning government, a strong economy, and a powerful military. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Leclerc's army was defeated in battle after battle until finally he and his remaining troops surrendered to Toussaint in November of 1801. Though victorious, Toussaint's fight for independence was far from over. In 1802, Napoleon sent a new general, Charles Victor Emmanuel Leclerc, along with 8,000 troops to capture the island. Leclerc promised the black population of Santo Domingo that if they switched sides and fought for the French, they would be granted freedom and equality under the rule of Napoleon. Toussaint, realizing that he could not defeat the French army with superior numbers, chose to flee into the mountains where he continued to lead the fight for independence from the bush. For over a year, Toussaint and his army harassed Leclerc's forces, attacking supply depots and forcing entire villages to swear allegiance to the revolutionary cause. But it was only a matter of time before the French caught up to him. Eventually they did and seized Toussaint, sending him back to France in chains. There he died in prison in 1803 without ever seeing Haiti become a free nation. Meanwhile, Leclerc's brutality and betrayal of the blacks who had fought with him caused the revolution to enter a new phase. Now led by Dessalines and Christophe, the revolutionaries fought with even more determination than before, achieving total independence from France on January 1st, 1804. The first black republic in the world was born. Though Haiti's victory over Napoleon was a stunning achievement, it was also a costly one. Over the course of the revolution, the island had suffered greatly. Farms and plantations had been abandoned, leaving the population without food or income. Foreign trade had been disrupted, leading to shortages of goods. And the constant fighting had led to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. Despite these challenges, however, the leaders of Haiti's revolution were determined to create a new society based on liberty, equality, and fraternity. They abolished slavery, established universal male suffrage, and wrote a constitution that guaranteed basic rights and freedoms. In the years that followed, Haiti became a beacon of hope for enslaved people around the world. The successful revolution proved that it was possible to overthrow oppressive regimes and create a better future. It inspired other movements for independence, including the revolts in Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Mexico, and showed the world that black people were capable of great things when given the chance.